absolutely beautiful Capricorn friends, and welcome to your horoscope for February of 2022. We're Capricorn. My goodness, you have had so much going on. You've had so much going on. I mean, we came in with a huge Capricorn stamp. We've even got Mercury retrograde coming out of the Capricorn stamp. Venus and Mars are still over in Capricorn. We're going to end this year with Capricorn. So I just feel like the word this year is Capricorn, even though there is a sprinkling of Aquarius. So how are you doing, Capricorn? No joke. How are you doing? Please let me know in the comment section down below. I have been thinking a ton about you guys because there's just been such a big signature in this Capricorn area, and it will stimulate each of us in such a different way. So let me know how you're doing. I'm sending you good vibes, whether you're doing the best and living your best life, or if it feels a little struggle bussy right now, wherever you're at, I'm sending you a lot of love, okay? Now, Capricorn, we do still have the Kickstarter going on until February 9th. And if you don't know anything about our Kickstarter, it is where we crowdfunded the YouTube Astrology Academy that you can watch for free. Anybody, anywhere in the world can watch it, where we bring master teachers from all over the world to not just teach you the interpretation of astrology, but the techniques. We created together an academy last year, and it is up and running. We're in our last couple classes, but we're kickstarting and raising funds to do it again next year. We've got until February 9th, so kick into the Kickstarter if you can. All of the information's in the description box down below, and you can donate down there, okay? All right, Capricorn, let's get in and talk about what is going on this month. And I want to tell you, even though we've got Mercury coming out of retrograde, Venus is out of retrograde, February is still a month. You'll see it right when we get into this first couple days, that even though the motion of the energy is pointing towards forward, it's not super forward yet. We still are cleaning up some Capricorn Aquarian spaces that we've been dealing with since December, okay? But now you'll have a little bit more prompt energy and support to make some forward-minded decisions, sign those contracts, all that good stuff. But I don't want to sleep on the fact for you that we're not done just yet until we get to February 24th. Then we go from there moving into March with a lot more forward motion at our backs, okay? Right at the beginning of the month on the 1st, we're going to have a new moon happening in the energy of Aquarius. This one will be at 12 degrees. Capricorn, if you don't know how to find 12 degrees in your chart just yet, click in the description box down below. I've got a video called How to Find the Active Transits. I'll also link it up here so that you can click in there and watch that video and see where it happens in your chart specifically, okay? For the most part, in the general, this is going to light up your second house space. Now, the new moon says that we want to plant our seeds of intention to begin something new or to give something a fresh start, a fresh boost of energy. And what this is about for you, Capricorn, is the second house, your money. How do you make money? How do you invest your money? Did you discover over this last bit of time you have creative talents, skills, or allies that want to help you spread your message and thus gain your money and your income? It's also about your values, though. In Aquarius, we get the indication that this is a social energy, right? So are you aligned, Capricorn? At the beginning of this month, you're being asked to plant seeds of attention, to be aligned with the right kind of groupings of people, organizations, and ideas that allow you to achieve what you'd like to in your financial life, in your value life. Now, this particular moon is in alignment with Saturn squaring Uranus. Both are ruling planets of this particular moon. So it is the signature that says you can have the very best in this area, Capricorn, but you've got to work for it. You've got to have some hustle, some chutzpah, and some determination behind you in order to get it done this time, okay? Which nobody's ever been killed by a little work, and nobody knows that like a Capricorn, okay? All right, by the time we get to the 3rd, we're going to see Mercury coming out of retrograde at 24 degrees of Capricorn. So right there in your sign. Now, because Mercury is out of retrograde, you can sign contracts, make decisions, make yourself available, go on that job interview, go on that date, take yourself, market your products, whatever. You can put things out there. But I would also ask you, Capricorn, to come back to December 29th. This is when Mercury slows slowed down and went into pre-retrograde shadow time. So it slowed down here at 24 degrees of Capricorn. What was coming to your table? What were you in front of that you needed to review over this last a little bit of time and make some decisions about how you're going to approach it? Did it have to do with a relationship? Was there a significant relationship in your life where you're like, I'm not sure what I'm doing with this, and now you'll feel a lot more sure making a decision around that. So back up to that time, because these are the golden nuggets that show us where we were energetically stamping anyway. Now, Mercury on the 14th is going to move back into the energy of Aquarius. So I ask you to come back January 2nd to January 14th when Mercury initially made its entrance into this Aquarian energy. And this would have been again into your second house. So what kind of second house things were going on? Were you looking over finances from the past, right? What was going on? You needed information. You needed to think outside of the box. Maybe there was busy communication. Maybe there was investment around groupings. You know, Aquarius is a natural 11th house celebrity kind of energy. Were you dealing with celebrity clients? What was happening in a very social way for you at that time? Because now that Mercury is back into this Aquarian energy, you are going to be making some decisions on that specifically. And I'm telling you, think innovatively in this area of your life. Have you had creative talents you haven't used, marketed, allowed people to support you in, and now you can, and you can take that out moving forward. On the 16th, we've got a full moon happening at 27 degrees of Leo, and this is going to light up your 8th house space. So this is a full moon, so it's going to ask us to end something, acknowledge something, or make an adjustment. In the 8th house, one of the first things that I think of is intimacy. You see into me. So you are very tightly connected to whatever the other resource is in this area. If it's a partner and you share money, or it's a partner and if they pulled their money out, you would be definitely affected. Taxes, insurance, wills, estates. Is it death? Do you have a death happening in your life, right? Are all your house plants dying and you can't figure out why, right? These are some real subtle things that happen. But also, when I talk about death, it is the death of transformation. You have a chance this month to really put your back into changing your financial and your value life, but it will require that a piece of you die off to become something else. Now, other things in the 8th house space are detox. Capricorn. What do you need to detox? Do you need to detox your physical body? Have you been eating like crazy? Have you been drinking like crazy? Have you been putting content into your body or other people's opinions into your body? You're waiting for other people's approval, and it's turning your body into this shell of something that's not really yours. What is the detox feature that could be available for you? Because in the energy of Leo, it's asking you to rise up and say what you need to say. Say what feelings you've been sitting on top of. Say the opinions that maybe you haven't been expressing, and there to also trust what it is that you're having to say, that you're saying it in a way that will create transformation, and that's the point of what's going on. Now, that's not permission to go out and do all kinds of harm and have brutal honesty and call it something other than that, right? But it is the opportunity at this moon that is like, please speak up. What are you passionate about? What do you need? What do you want? Who are you? As we get to the 17th of the month, we're going to see Jupiter and Uranus come into a sextile, and I am very excited about this aspect because it is exciting. It feels like goodness. It feels like opportunity. It feels like, oh, I've been waiting for this and I wasn't sure if it was ever going to happen. Because in the sextile, you're provided the pocket of ease and opportunity, but then you're intelligently taking action to allow that opportunity to manifest. So between your 3rd house, a communication house that's maybe getting some expansion in some way, you're learning something, teaching something, buying something, selling something, it's connecting with your 5th house, which is about joy, pleasure, self-expression. Uranus is in Taurus, which is also about value. You know, are you marketing and sharing your message differently? Do you have product brochures that you have whipped up? Oh, are you talking to like somebody who just stimulates your eyeballs off? Are you taking a course? Whatever it is, the excitement and the investment of your energy will pay off later. Now, just a day down the road, we're going to see the sun move into the energy of Pisces as well, bringing light, heat, life, and vitality. So it's very much so adding already to this third house stamp that we saw this sextile between Jupiter and Uranus get activating. We've also got Jupiter and Neptune in this third house anyways. So the sun working here, you're going to be motivated to talk, to communicate, to share, to study, to take that short trip, to write that book, adjust your blog, fix your website, whatever it needs to look like in your communication zone, connection with siblings. You're going to be motivated under that all the way until that March 20th time frame when we welcome in our spring energy. Now, Capricorn, as we close out this month, we will officially on the 24th have Mercury leaving the post-retrograde shadow time, which means the retrograde cycle is done for this particular cycle. The Mercury energy will be back at 10 degrees of Aquarius, and this is what we needed for Mercury to really be in full-fledged forward motion, and we get that as of the 24th. So, busy month, still some things to clean up, but you have some clarity, I think, around it. There's a little bit of deliciousness between the sextile with Jupiter, Uranus, Venus, Mars together. So let me know how these things are manifesting for you in the comment section down below. I would love to support you. Definitely support the Kickstarter if you can. Like this video, comment, share, subscribe. I love you a ton, and I look forward to seeing you next month. Bye, Capricorn.